What's up, everybody? Lamar Molina here, and I'm going to show you in 30 seconds how to get unlimited phone calls for a flat fee, control your caller ID without Twilio, without LC phone, and most importantly, the CNAM, controlling your own CNAM without Twilio, without LC for your GoHighLevel account. Let's get going without any delay. So, if you look here, you'll see we're in the HighLevel support portal. Everything I'm going to tell you today is going to be coming from their own documents. So don't shoot the messenger. I get this often when I do demos and people are like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah. Let me sip some tea. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's get right back into things. So let's look at the phone system, the cost, and what you're paying, because you should know this, but most of you don't. Stick with me because it's going to be valuable. You're going to cut your bill by 80% if you pay attention. So right now we're looking at the phone system. And here's the cost for the phone system. Phone numbers reasonably priced, right? That's about what I pay for my phone numbers. I am an independent provider of these services, right? I don't use their phone numbers. I don't use their phone minutes. I don't even use them for text messaging. I have my own text message servers. So we've completely removed LC and Twilio from our GoHighLevel system and use our own assets. And we have complete control. Our SaaS is that much better because we can control how much we want to upcharge, even on the phone calls or text messages. They don't control anything. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to let you know the power that this gives you. SIP technology, right? SIP trunking, SIP infrastructure. That's why it's important. You'll hear some people that understand it asking about SIP trunking or SIP, and this is why. Okay, more tea. Damn, that's good. Okay. I'm not going to get into messaging. I could, because the messaging that I use is not even half this much. It's less than half of this cost, right? This is what they're charging you for inbound. What if you could pay 0.004 instead of 0.007? 0.007, you could pay 0.004. And you could be sending unlimited for a flat fee. Send all the messages you want for a flat fee. Let's say $50. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even going to go into this. 2 cents per message. With one of our services, you can send all of the MMS messages you want. One flat fee. I'll show you how to do that as well. Carrier fees. My God. I'm not even going to go into text message. Let's just focus on voice, right? We're just going to focus on the voice calls. Like, this is how jacked up the voice system is. Look at the pricing. It's hard to understand. I'm a voice engineer. I do pricing a lot. Look at this. Maybe somebody smarter than me can figure this out. They're saying this is the cost. Okay. And there's a discount. Okay, cool. Here's the normal rate. So that's like a penny, just under a penny and a half, right? You get 10% off of that. And now you're just at 0.0126. So that's your 10% off. I don't even know what this means. Client minutes? Like, what is that? Is that per minute? That's how much you charge your client? It's all a client minute if you ask me. I don't know. So I guess that's how they're coming up with the cost. I still don't understand it. It's not explained well. I don't get it. Okay. We're going to go over that deeper in a moment. Again, inbound calls, web or desk phone. This is important, right? Because there's different ways for you to receive and make a phone call. It can be from a cell phone. It can be from a VoIP line, like voice over IP. It can be from web or mobile, just like in GoHighLevel, your little green phone, right? So those are all the different ways, and I'm going to go over that. But if you notice, they're inbound calls for the US. They're normally 0.0085, 10% discount. Okay? Inbound again, USA forwarding. Again, they're giving you deep explanations on things. I don't know, guys. But check this out. Incoming call, again, they've already explained this. The total is 2 cents per minute. And if you're receiving an inbound call on the web, the mobile, or a desk phone, it's this much per minute. Okay? But if you're receiving an inbound on anywhere else, it's 2 cents per minute. Okay? I'm going to show you how to go around that and beat that in a second. But remember these numbers. Remember these. Because these are the charges that you're paying. I'm not even going to go over international forwarding. Oh my God. Oh my God. You get crushed. If you guys are having to pay for that, you're getting crushed. Call recordings. Look how much you're paying for each call recording. Just for the recording itself per minute. Okay? Call recording storage. It's this much per minute per month. Call transcripts. This much per minute. Answering machine detection. This much per call. And I'll be honest with you guys, it doesn't work that well. Their answering machine detection is not that good. I take that back. It's not that it's not good, but you guys aren't engineers and you don't understand how to tweak this. So when your calls don't land or you don't know, and you don't even understand you have answering machine detection, you can't go and fix it. You're leaving it all up to Twilio. You already know LC phone is not going to do shit. They don't know anything about their own phone system. You call them, they don't know their head from their ass. You call Twilio and trying to get the Twilio people to make sure things are working on your GoHighLevel. If it's not the native version, you're screwed. Like you got to have LC phone and go through LC and they can't do shit. LC is not going to do a damn thing for you. They don't understand the phones themselves. Okay. And then you got Twilio where if you're using LC, you can't even get support from Twilio. Okay. You still got to pay for voicemail drops. You're still paying for conference calls, double legs, and Amazon Poly, text to speech. You're paying all of these fees. And most of you guys don't even know it. If you go open your GoHighLevel monthly bill and look at your transactions, you guys would even probably understand where to look or what you're looking at. So all of these other fees, right? All of these fees here are additional charges on top of this fee, on top of this fee. Remember, this is inbound, just any inbound call if it's not on the web or on the mobile or on a desk phone. Another voice over IP or something like that, you're paying 2 cents per minute. Outbound calls are a little bit over a penny and a half, 1.6 cents per minute. Per minute. Okay. So now that you've seen this, you've seen the voice, let's go over to Twilio's page so I can show you something. Hopefully educate you folks. More tea. Okay, my God. Guys are putting it in your face. Like, they don't think you're stupid. They know that you are, right? Let's just look at, this is directly from Twilio's own webpage, giving you the pricing. And the pricing's very, like, it blows my mind when people just don't get it. And I'm going to explain it to you here. We're going to get to the caller ID, trust me, but you got to understand this first before you can understand how caller ID works. So, voice IPs. This is how your calls are connecting in HighLevel, through this, a voice IP. So you're paying, well, you minus the discount, right? Because you get a discount. If we go back to here and we go to right here, was that outbound? Yeah, it was the outbound. See? But you get a discount, so you're paying that, right? And if we go back here, okay? So, does that make sense? Oh no, what was that for inbound? What was it? This might be old. Like, what is this for? Voice IP. Okay, so that's just the voice IP. They're not charging that. Okay, cool. So look, if you go directly to Twilio, you can start making calls at that price, and you can receive calls at that price. So that's 1.4 cents to receive a call, and just under a penny to make a call. Okay, so this is inbound, and this is outbound. For inbound here, I'm just showing you. Inbound, and for those of you that don't get it, this is 1.1 cent per minute. 1.1 cent per minute. If I go to Twilio, inbound, 0.0085. This is less. This is less. 0.0085 is definitely less than 0.01165. Okay? Now here's where it gets cool. Here's the incoming call, right? The normal 0.0085. If you look, that's the normal 0.0085. I go here, 0.0085, right? Okay. So there's a 0.0085, but then by the time you add this onto it, you're sitting here. Right? So now that's your cost. Okay, does that make sense? So this is the normal cost, but you get 10% discount on that. plus this equals this. Hope that makes sense for you folks, right? So that's how much you're paying for the inbound call every time, no matter what. Okay. So you're not just paying this, you're paying this and this. Don't forget, on top of paying 2 cents per minute, or excuse me, 1.1 cent per minute for the inbound, on this inbound, if it was from another forwarding number, you'd be paying 2 cents per minute for the inbound call. Importantly, if you're recording that call, you're paying that on top of it. And by the time you pay for the storage and the call transcript, the answering machine detection, let's do some math, shall we? So I'm pulling up my calculator, right? And we're going to do some math for one phone call now that you folks, hopefully, I hope you understand it better. And we're going to do one inbound call just to keep it simple. And we'll do the inbound call that costs less, whether like you received on the web or mobile or desk phone, right? So we're going to do that inbound call. So it's going to start at 0.01165, right? You can see it right here. So that's the cost. Okay. That's the base cost for the call. That's just the base. So now let's add on a call recording, right? So we go to call recordings plus 0.0025. And now let's go to call recording storage, because you're going to store this call. And that's if it's only 1 minute. You know all your calls are going to be longer than 1 minute, right? We're just trying to calculate the per minute cost, the cost per minute that you're paying. So we're already here, and we're going to add this 0.0005, so plus 0.0005, okay? And then we're going to also add, look, the call transcript is almost 2.5 cents per minute. Look, 2.5 cents per minute. Come on. So we're going to add 0.024. So that's 2.5 cents almost, right? Now, answering machine detection, that happens when you're placing the call. Tea break. So when you dial out, the call goes out. You click the button on GoHighLevel, the call goes out, and the software starts listening to detect if it's a human, a machine, busy signal, the software starts listening. And if answering machine detection works well, you should only receive calls from live people. It'll detect that, oh, this is an answering machine, this is a voicemail. And real answering machine detection is supposed to do something. It's supposed to know, oh, this is a voicemail, do that. Or this is a disconnected number, do that. Your answering machine detection doesn't do anything. They're just charging you for it. Let me ask you something. What's the point of answering machine detection when you hear the answering machine, you detect it, but you don't do nothing? What's the point? Just to know that you did it? It's a pointless charge. You find out it's an answering machine, now what? You just get charged that much. That's it, right? So the last charge we added was this one. So let's add another charge in here. Let's add that answering machine detection, right? So 0.0075. We won't do a voicemail drop, and we're not going to do a conference call because it's not that. And so Amazon Polly, text to speech for 100 characters. I won't even add that in there. I'll leave that off. But imagine you transcribe a whole call. A whole call, right? Before you even get to the call transcript, okay? This is how much it's going to cost you. A little bit over 4.5 cents per minute. $4.5 per minute. Let that sink in. That's how much you're going to pay per minute every time. Now, you can turn some of this stuff off if you want to, but then now you don't have recordings and you can't go back and listen. Where are you going to store those recordings, right? So can you really turn this off? Where are you going to put your transcripts? Can you see why 4 years ago we moved these guys, we removed them out of the equation? We always cut out the middleman in my industry. Okay? If there's somebody between you and your phone minutes, you're going to pay more. It's just that simple. Damn, that's some good tea. Okay, so it's that simple, folks. And I'd even go through all this other stuff. Conference call, regional rates. Like, I didn't go through any of this. Like, I hope you understand. It just gets worse. Oh my God. It's going to get worse. Number validation. What are you validating? To see if the number is real or not? You're going to pay this much to validate a number when you can just call it and find out. That's ridiculous. But okay. Now, I understand if you're sending if you're sending text messages, the only reason you would need this is if it's a cold text message. Like, I mean, if somebody filled out a form and they used a bad number, okay, that happens. I get it. You can use this to filter those out. Spam detection, I'm not even gonna, like, really. Like, you want to pay that much every time somebody calls your phone. You want to be charged that much to avoid the spam. Okay, all right. Name lookup, it's 1 cent for every lookup. Any incoming call, you want to look up somebody's name, it's a penny. Bro, we run call centers. You get thousands of calls per day. Stop it. Okay? Like, look, it's just bad math, and you guys don't understand. This is just bad math. None of this is necessary. We removed all of these bloated fees. We removed all of that from our setup. You don't have to have any of that stuff. And just to show you the last nail in the coffin for all of this shite that they've shown you here, and this crap. And it's not HighLevel. I love HighLevel. I'm just saying the logic that's used here could be way better. $24 a month, look at this. This is just one of many places. If you have a SIP trunk connected to your GoHighLevel account, you don't have to deal with that shit anymore. All this crap from LC, right, and Twilio, like, look, I didn't even finish this. Okay, we'll go back to that in a second. All right, I totally forgot. We'll go back to that in a second. But look, they're giving you unlimited calls. Unlimited US calling for $25. But you want to pay all of this. All these per minute fees. Per minute this, per minute that. Like, look at all these costs. And like I told you, you're out almost 5 cents per minute, 4.6 cents per minute before you even dial the phone. Like, as soon as you dial and boop, you're 4.6 cents per minute. That call lasts 10 cents. I mean, at last 10 minutes, that's 40 cents for the call. Or you could have unlimited calls, all you want, inbound and outbound, transfers, everything, unlimited, $24. And it gets even cheaper than that. You can do it cheaper than $24, right? Back to Twilio. Look, folks. This is just to show you they're kicking you in the face. They're saying if you're just dumb enough to pay this fee here, if you want to pay this, we'll let you use the voice APIs. Or you can use a SIP trunk. You can use an elastic SIP trunk. What is a SIP trunk? Why would they give me such a huge discount? Let's look at the cost on a SIP trunk. Inbound call for voice API. This is your GoHighLevel green phone button. That's the price. But if you connect a SIP trunk, this is your inbound price. Half the cost. Look. Half the cost if you use a SIP trunk. Now, this is going to really kick you in the stomach. To make an outbound call, you're paying a penny and a half almost. This is 1.4 cents, right? This is 1.4 cents. Over here, I'm not even a penny. I'm half of that. You're paying 1.4, I'm paying half. If you don't know, 7 times 2 is 14, right? I'm paying half to make the call. One must ask themselves, the same company, Twilio, the same service, making phone calls, receiving phone calls, but if I use a voice API, I have to pay twice the amount than if I use an elastic SIP trunk. Ask yourself why. You people need to wake up. You do not have to pay all of these fees. Now, let's get to the point of how you fix that for yourself. Real simple. You go here, ghlcallcenter.com. It's also an approved app in the GoHighLevel marketplace. It's called Sip Trunk. I'll show you that in a second. But you can come here and get an account. They're free. We actually have free accounts. We don't even charge you to use the service if that's the account that you want. We have different types of accounts, but you can use the service, get a Sip Trunk connected to your GoHighLevel account, and oh my Lord. My Lord. Like, I'm going to show you what it looks like once you do that. Okay, I'm back, right? And I opened up a fake lead. None of this is real. It's a fake lead. None of this is real, YouTube. Okay, fake phone number, fake lead, all of this is fake. But as you can see here, look at our notes. Look how feature rich the note is. It tells you the name of the lead, the type of lead, the phone number, the email address. Again, this is not real information. And then it takes the most important part of the lead. Look at this. Equity. HOA, like the auction date. It lets you know it's a hot lead. Like, look at these notes. Look what the AI has done. It's already telling you everything you need to know. Cold outreach, what's happened on the first call, second call. Look at all this information it's giving you. Like, I'm not like follow-up summary. Like, okay, I think you get it, right? This is why a Sip Trunk environment is important, guys. Like, you don't have to pay all these fees. It's just not necessary. You don't have to do it. And if you choose to do it, it's up to you. Like, it's on you because you don't have to pay per minute anymore. Unlimited calling for a flat fee. It's very simple. So that's the power of Sip Trunking. Why you want to do it. Now, let's go to the caller ID. Now that you understand all of this, now we can go right to caller ID, right? How do I control everything, caller IDs and all that stuff? Well, it's real simple. Like when you sign up for these services like this, they're going to have a back end where you can just get a phone number. Just like Twilio has phone numbers and GoHighLevel. You can buy your own phone numbers and connect them directly to this system and control the complete caller ID. So there's no limitation and you can just change caller ID on the fly. Our system will automatically rotate the caller IDs that you have. So that's how you completely control your caller ID. You don't have to do anything else. You can just literally change it on the fly and be done with it. So I hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe. It helps a lot. It's absolutely free and the support means so much to us. Again, my name's Lamar. Glad I could be of service. Feel free to reach out. Take care, everyone.